Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome along to the new podcast, the All Things Football Show, with myself, Mike Hariman, also with Wayne Schumann as well. So I'm going to bring Wayne up. Of course, it is deadline day here in the UK as well, so we'll try and keep you abreast of everything that's going on in terms of transfers, including ones that have happened earlier on in the day as well. But Wayne, how's things your end, mate?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Just hoping that Arsenal get some signings done, but it's not looking likely, is it?
It's not at the moment. Should we start with Arsenal? I suppose we probably shall. In regards to Arsenal and the transfer window so far, or lack of transfer window for Arsenal so far, Callum Chambers has moved on to Aston Villa. Do you think there was any sort of, need for Arsenal to get rid of Callum Chambers, or do you think he's one that, could have sort of stuck around as maybe a bit of a fringe player?
Yeah, trouble with that is I don't think he wanted to be a fringe player, did he? He's another one. He wants full-time football. He wants to get in, and with Tomiyasu playing the way that he's playing, he ain't gonna start every week, is he? So I think maybe him going to Villa was the best option. But my only issue with this transfer window is that we've weakened the team. If you're going to weaken the team, make sure you got a backup. Make sure you got players coming in the door.
Yeah.
And we got rid of Niles. We got rid of
Chelsea as well. Yeah.
We got rid of Chambers. We got rid of so many players, and we've got no one coming in. And it's just so frustrating to see when Arteta sits there. And obviously, I've been an Arsenal fan for since I was 12. And I started going in 98, 99, back at the Highbury days. And this has got to be the worst transfer window I've seen.
Would you say it's the worst, though? Do you think that, obviously there was the transfer window when we just signed, I think it was Kim Kallstrom as the only signing on a loan, and the one with Petr Cech. Do you think it's worse than those two?
Yeah, because we haven't signed anyone. So I would say it's worse than that. At least we actually signed a player. Back then, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's just terrible. I mean, Arteta's saying it's hard to get players. Why is it always Arsenal that it's hard to get players? Villa have gone out and brought whoever they wanted to buy. I know Newcastle got money now, but so have they. They've gone out and just gone, yeah, we'll give you 30 mil for them. You could have whoever. That Bruno Guimaraes who went to Newcastle. We was linked with him all January.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, 34 million, he goes to them, and we couldn't even match that.
And everyone else, I was just going to say, everyone else is strengthening as well. Obviously, Liverpool is strengthened with that the signing that they made. Obviously, Man City strengthened with a new, young up-and-coming striker. Tottenham are looking at bringing in a couple of players as well.
They signed two today.
Or they've signed two today then.
Yeah.
But, everyone around us is buying. And we're the only team that's kind of being left. Even the likes of Everton are buying, Aston Villa, teams that are good, Wolves, teams that are going to probably be looking at overtaking us now in the remainder of this season.
Well, I've got Sky Sports News on now, and it's just saying Everton are close to signing Dele Alli. And they're close, and they've just signed Robin van der Beek from Man United.
Yeah, Donny van der Beek obviously signed. Yeah.
So that's it, Donny van der, or whatever his name is. They've just signed him. Yeah, Tottenham have signed two players. And I think with Arsenal, the problem is that we put all of our eggs in one basket, hoping to get Vlahovic.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a backup plan. And it's dragged on for so long. And because it's dragged on for so long now, we're sitting there thinking, oh, crap, panic stations. And to your point earlier, like with Cech and that, they were panic buys.
Yeah.
They were just to keep the fans quiet, just say, oh, well, we did go out and buy something. But it's just typical Arsenal. It's the board as well. It's not, I mean, you can't really at the moment say it's the board because they have backed Arteta and given him a lot of money to spend. So, but it's just not being spent right. And Edu's not pulling his finger out to go and get these players.
The thing about that as well, obviously, we'll touch on it now. I know it's been sort of a few minutes into this already, but we have to bring it up really whilst talking about Arsenal. Aubameyang as well. We were talking about it off stream before we went live. Yeah. Aubameyang looks like at the minute it's off in terms of the Barcelona deal, but if he is to be allowed to go, then surely there's somebody lined up to replace him.
Probably not, because it's Arsenal. And that's the harsh reality of it. And the way I personally think that Arteta has dealt with Aubameyang is disgusting. I really do, and I will stand by that, because Aubameyang carried us for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for his goals, we wouldn't have finished 8th both seasons. He was
even
on
that.
fire.
Obviously, there's FA Cups. There was,
Exactly,
semi-final of the Europa League and things like
That's
that
what I
as
mean.
well.
Loads of Arsenal fans saying get him out, because he's had one bad season. And I'm not being funny, but at the start of the season, it came out that he had malaria.
Yeah.
Then, his mum was ill. Then, so all these things going on, he's not going to be on form. Having malaria is a serious thing. And then he had COVID.
And then he comes back from that and he catches COVID. He comes back from that and he's playing for a few months and he's got an issue with his heart when he goes to AFCON.
Yeah, and I get that, if players are late, you got to discipline them. So, discipline them, drop them for a game, strip their captaincy, whatever, but at least give them a chance to get back into the team. You got Granit Xhaka that's getting sent off week in, week out, bloody karate chopping people and rugby tackling people, and he's getting rewarded a new contract.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why I don't like Arteta in a sense, because he's got his favourites. And to me, I just think personally, Xhaka's one of his favourite players, and he gets away with murder. And he tells
know what's going to happen, don't you? I'm going to call this now that Arteta's getting a new contract, Xhaka's getting a new contract. He'll probably be his captain again at the start of next season.
Probably, and yet that's what I'm saying. He tells the fan base to F off, which is the worst thing you can do. And he throws the captaincy armband on the floor, and he gets a new contract.
Yeah.
Like and Aubameyang's late, and he was late for a second time, but I still personally think that an on-form Aubameyang will bang you 20 goals a season. But I mean, I don't think Aubameyang wants to be there now, because he's obviously, he don't want to be there. I think he's had a massive.
Well, he's out in the cold. He's frozen out. Literally, Arteta has said to him, I don't care that we're not scoring goals. We haven't scored in 4 goals. Full game. Sorry. And he's still basically saying to Aubameyang.
But this is where I don't understand Arteta's mindset, because you got Aubameyang, who hadn't scored for 4 goals. He hadn't scored for a couple of goals. His last goal was against Tottenham, I believe, in the derby.
Yeah. No, I was just saying. Sorry, I was just saying that obviously we hadn't scored in 4 games: the Forest, the 2 Liverpool games, and the Burnley.
Yeah. But yet you got Eddie Nketiah coming off the bench ahead of Pepe.
Yeah.
How does that work? It's like Eddie Nketiah is not going to bag you 20, 30 goals a season. He's not. Not in the Premier League against teams like Spurs, Man United, Liverpool. He ain't going to do it. He ain't the players to do it. Yeah, it's all well and good him getting a hat-trick against a team like Sunderland. But against a top quality side, he's not gonna bag you loads of goals. He's just gonna, I don't know, man. I can see it being, we ain't going to sign anyone. We'll finish 8th or 9th, and Arteta will get a 2-year deal.
But then, you have to look ahead. Then, write this window off. Then, right off the sort of, the last month or so, and the next 3.5 hours as well. On top of that, what we're going to do in the summer, because if we're given money in the summer, will it get to the last 2.5, 3 hours of deadline day again, and we're still waiting here with no one? Probably,
because it's typical Arsenal. It's the Arsenal way, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is the Arsenal way. I mean, as I said, I've got Sky Sports on now, and it's just like teams are signing players left, right, and centre with a few hours to go, and we got no one. Absolutely no one.
Like even the goalkeeper that we were supposed to be signing, the American goalkeeper hasn't signed.
Apparently, that's a summer signing.
Oh, that was the summer deal, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was said yesterday that he's staying in the MLS till the end of the season. He's coming in the summer.
Okay, that's fair enough then.
Apparently, it's all done and dusted. It's just he's coming in the summer, not now.
Oh, so we've got one for the summer, hey?
Yeah, we've got one for the summer. A keeper that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah.
At least people actually heard Baron Ramsdale before we signed him.
Exactly, yeah. And obviously, we've still got quite a while left of the window. The big move so far, obviously, Christian Eriksen coming back to the Premier League and signing for Brentford. That's a really good move. And obviously, The fact that obviously he had, all of the drama he had in the Euros with, the Denmark issue, he had the heart attack or the cardiac arrest. Sorry, it's good to see him back playing football, and it's nice to have him back in the Premier League as well. It's good that Brentford have kind of taken a chance on him.
Yeah, I mean he'll get a good reception when he comes back, just because of what happened and everything. But it is good to see him back, and it is good to start seeing top players come back again. I mean, when Arsenal were in the Championship, maybe we could go and get in Eriksen.
Well, we were linked with Eriksen 2 years ago, 3 years ago, wasn't it, as well? So that was another one that didn't materialise.
Yeah. And the thing is, I was reading as well that apparently Barcelona have offered Arsenal
Dembele for
Aubameyang.
Yeah.
No, I don't want Dembele.
No way. He's injury prone. He is literally, he spends 90% of the season out injured.
He's just like another Diaby, isn't he? He's just constantly injured all the time. And it's like, no, I don't want him. I'd rather, I don't know, man. It's just frustrating because I know what's going to happen. I've seen it for the last 5 years with Arsenal. It's going to be exactly the same. And this is what I said to you. I don't get upset anymore at watching games because I don't really post stuff on Facebook anymore because I just know what's going to happen. Every game I expect a defeat. And I hate that feeling as an Arsenal fan. I hate that feeling. It's like going into games. As I said, the only game that really frustrated me was United away because I felt we should have drew that or got a win at least.
Yeah, we were very much, on top in that game. And Man City, as I said to you, was another one. But
yeah. And then I could see it happening. I could see us signing no one. We'll finish 8th or 9th. Wolves ain't far behind us.
No, and we got them.
We got them
week or two. Yeah, next game.
Like I said, it's not like how I felt a couple of years ago when even under Wenger, it's like, you go into games and you think, okay, we could get a win here today. Now I'm just expecting, even the Burnley game the other week, I'm just like, we ain't going to win this.
It's it. Like, teams set up to play against Arsenal because, it seems like Burnley would always set up defensively but now, I'm worried about Burnley. Like, because they've obviously signed that new striker as well, who's the Dutch striker, that Wout Weghorst, who is a really, really talented player. So they're going to, I think they'll stay up. And I think like next season or whatever, they'll be, another side that are looking to get one over on us as they did last year as well.
Yeah. Well, they got a few games in hand as well, haven't they, Burnley?
Well, I'm not worried about this season. Like, I don't think they'll overtake us or anything. We'll come up towards us this season. But I think next season when we play them, it's a bit of a worry.
Yeah, I think in the summer as well, I think Villa are going to go out on a spending spree as well. And I think West Ham will as well. So, and Wolves probably as well. So that's going to be 3 teams there that are going to overtake us.
Yeah.
3.
But then you've got other teams there who, are having quiet windows now, but then they might have something lined up for the summer. You don't know, like Leicester and teams like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know, man. I just think it's just going to be another stressful few months watching Arsenal. I think it should just come with a health sticker when you watch Arsenal.
Talking about health stickers, and obviously we were talking about injuries and that a minute ago. Sick note, Jack Wilshere hasn't signed yet. Anything in that, do you reckon?
I hope not. Oh, dear, I hope not. I really do hope not. Breaking news. Barcelona agreed to sign Aubameyang. That's just literally flashed up on Sky.
Just come up now. Okay, so the Aubameyang deal is now back on again. Okay.
Yeah, it's literally just flashed up on Sky. I've got Sky Sports News on now.
Yeah.
It's just flashed up. So,
we're going to lose out on another striker, and basically we're going to have Eddie Nketiah and Lacazette for 6 months, and then that's it. The next season we'll have no one.
Oh, it's just literally, it's ridiculous, man. It absolutely is ridiculous. I just don't know what to say anymore with it. I really don't. Like I said, it's just, it's frustrating being an Arsenal fan. It really is.
Right, let's move on from Arsenal then. Let's go to Stevenage, obviously, where me and you are both from. We're both living as well. Busy transfer window for Stevenage, and they've actually signed some good players as well.
Signed someone today. Yeah. Left back. What's his name? I didn't catch his name. I just saw that.
Bailey Clements, a youth under 21, I think, from Ipswich.
Yeah, that's it, from Ipswich. Yeah, I mean, I said all along, like, I know a lot of fans didn't want, like, some fans didn't want Paul Tisdale in charge,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I said all along, he's had a success rate everywhere he's gone. He got MK Dons promoted, Exeter promoted.
Mm-hmm.
He was with them for a long time, and I thought once he gets the players in that he wants, because he knows the league, he knows the players.
Yeah.
I think he would do all right with us. Because the team that he inherited weren't a great team. It was all conference players and
It's
National
still
League
like,
players.
we weren't really sure what was going on. Obviously the season before last, we were kept up because of Macclesfield and Bury. And then this season, obviously started off, with players that have signed from lower league teams, as you said, from like the conference and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I think, if we keep doing what we're, I mean, we had a great win Saturday against Harrogate,
Yeah.
3-0.
Yeah.
Obviously, you was there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was listening to it on the radio. I couldn't go Saturday, but yeah, I think if we keep doing what we're doing next season, carry that in next season, might be all right.
And we're actually doing, I'll speak from experience of actually seeing a lot of the games lately at home as well. We're actually playing some really good football and scoring goals as well, which was a bit of a problem come the start of the season. We've got Luke Norris firing, we've got Jake Taylor firing now. It was Paul Tisdale's captain, at Exeter.
Yeah,
And he's changed position now and looking really bright in the new sort of more attacking position that he's in. And then obviously we've signed players, that they've got experience and leadership, and even the fact that we've gone and signed Michael Boswick back to kind of get a bit
yeah,
of a buzz around the club again, which is something that
yeah.
was
That
lacking a bit. Yeah,
that keeper we got, that Chris, what's his name? Chris.
yeah, Christy Pym, he was with Tisdale at Exeter
That's
as
it,
well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he looks half decent. So yeah, I mean, it is looking good. It is looking brighter for Stevenage. I mean, because you think Christmas time was all dreading the worst. Oh,
yeah,
great, we're going back down
yeah,
to the National League. We're going to spend another 10 years trying to get out of it.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's looking good now. So hopefully, hopefully we can start moving up. So I mean, we've got Tremere away tomorrow night. That's not going to be an easy game.
Especially considering they got beat 4-0 at home at the weekend.
Yeah, so they're going to want to bounce back, aren't they? And
Yeah,
it's at their ground. We haven't had a good record up there the last few years.
Well, we got a result there. I think we drew there last year. So
I'll take a draw
yeah, same
all
yeah.
day long. I'll take a
Yeah,
draw
yeah.
up there. Definitely take a draw. And then who have we got Saturday?
Crawley
away.
We just beat them a few weeks
Yeah,
ago.
we just beat them at home. Yeah, so
yeah.
I think Crawley's a winnable game away from home.
Oh, easy, definitely.
And we've got a good record at their ground.
Yeah.
And then after that, we've got Bristol Rovers, and again another winnable game.
Yeah, and Bradford in between that as well. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bristol Rovers we beat earlier on in the season away 2-0.
That's
so
it.
yeah,
and what we're in now, the end of January, and it's the only away win that we've had in the league this season still. Yeah.
yeah. There you go. Russ has just put in the chat. Breaking news: Barcelona agreed deal to sign Aubameyang.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Yep. So, but
obviously, there's quite a few good players that are coming. Elliot List is obviously still injured, but not too far away from return. Luke Norris obviously is firing in the goals, as I was saying. Michael Boswick's not too far away from returning from injury, which he picked up on his debut, or second debut as well. Westbrook is looking good. Same Westbrook. Luke O'Neill got an assist on his debut within, I think, about 20 seconds. So you can't argue with that.
No.
It's an improvement. It is a big improvement, and actually a very successful window. Because I posted out earlier the squads, the Stevenage squad now, and we've got competition in every single area, which is exactly what you want.
Yeah, it is good. It's good to have competition, like healthy competition, especially. It's good to see Norris scoring again because I thought he was going to sell him this transfer window, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So him scoring again is really positive. But they should do what I did on Football Manager: sign that Kylie Hudlin from Sully Balls and watch him banging 20 goals.
Or just sign Keon Atete, who I've signed, who's got 36 goals in 38 starts and something like 41 or 42 games in all competitions. Like, But that's Football Manager. My mate who I was watching play Football Manager yesterday signed Carlos Tevez at Stevenage. So, anything's possible in that game.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, that is true. I was watching a highlight reel of someone the other day on YouTube who plays Football Manager all the time,
Yeah.
and he was Peterborough United, as who he supported, where he was from, and one of their it went down to the final day to see if he could stay up,
Yeah.
and it was one of the most freakish own goals I've ever seen on Football Manager. The goalkeeper booted it out, and it hit their defender, the top of their head there, and it rolled so slowly for about 5 minutes. It felt like, and it just went in the back of the net. And he got up and walked out. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
So it's frustrating.
That was like a little bit like the save that I was watching yesterday. He got he basically what he does is he'll do a save where he'll take over with like 10 games left of the season and pick the team that's bottom of a division. And Stevenage are bottom of League Two, so he picked Stevenage, and like with 10 games to go, he got it to. I think they needed to win their last game. Or their second from last game of the season, and Joe Anang was in goal, and Joe Anang did what Joe Anang did, which is why we basically got rid of him in the summer.
He had like a few good games, didn't he? And then he just sort of like went. He weren't that great, was he? No. He was a good shot stopper.
He actually signed today for some team in Ireland. I think it might have been St Patrick's or somewhere. He signed for an Irish team today, in fact. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was a good shot stopper. He was good at saving penalties.
Yeah, against Luton. Yeah.
But other than that, he weren't really great, was he? So I mean, no games over the weekend, really, was there, other than Championship?
No, not really. Obviously, we've got to mention Fulham. They got the draw, and obviously that Fulham fan obviously passed away, suffered a heart attack, cardiac arrest, 15 minutes into the game, and was taken to hospital.
Rest in peace.
Died after that. So rest in peace to him. And in regards to actual games, Derby coming back from 2-0 down to get a point. Good result for them, really.
Yeah, I think the shock result in the Championship would probably be Cardiff beating Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, that's one that was covered on the commentary hub yesterday as well.
Probably Millwall beating West Brom, I would have said.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, Cardiff were fourth from bottom, Millwall were 15th. Yeah, so Forest were in the playoffs until they lost. But there weren't really many shock results, were there, other than them two?
Not in the Championship. Let's have a look at League One a minute. League One, obviously, Rotherham flying high, top of the league. So Russ is obviously happy about that. They obviously won again at the weekend.
They're doing well. I've got them in my accumulator every week, and they haven't let me down yet.
Yeah.
So they're doing.
And they signed a new player from Arsenal, in fact, didn't they, as well today on loan? Yeah. Don't know anything about him, to be fair, though. So we'll just see what he's like.
But they've. Trying to get League One results up now, but it's taking its time to load.
There you go. Let's have a look where I can get it. I know, obviously, there was Plymouth won, didn't they, as well, again? Getting Doncaster away.
I know Wickham lost, didn't they?
I think so. Let's have a look, but Doncaster, that's, that was obviously their bottom of the league now. Gillingham lost again, and now obviously have appointed Neil Harris as manager today. So that's a good appointment for them. Do I think it will keep them up this season? They're 10 points off, no. But still a good appointment for them on a 2.5-year deal. So next season in League Two, he might be able to get them firing. What else? Not really anything else. Portsmouth won. Who's the informed? Bolton won again. They won 6-0, actually, didn't they, against Sunderland, who sent their manager afterwards. That was a big win for them.
Yep. Hang on. No, my internet's playing up for some reason.
No. And then obviously there was the Gillingham game. They lost 7-2 at home to Oxford as well. So lots of goals in the league anyway.
Yeah.
Four penalties, in fact, to that game as well. When the guy,
that was crazy. That game. That was. I was watching. I had the Gillette Soccer Saturday on. It was like every couple of minutes it was coming up. Good job. I had Oxford in my accumulator as well.
Anyone that plays Gillingham, I think, is a pretty much a banker. To be fair, at the minute.
Yeah, they're not looking great, are they?
No.
But I'm trying to get the Sky Bet.
And then obviously Who else is in form at the minute? Cambridge are in form. They're keeping up their unbeaten run as well.
Yeah.
They drew with Fleetwood at the weekend, so that was a decent point for them. And they could have won it, actually. They went one up as well, so they're doing all right at the minute. There's not loads really to cover in terms of League One. Obviously, Wickham against MK Dons. Wickham lost that game, and obviously it was marred a little bit by some racist chanting towards Akinfenwa, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, I heard that, which they're looking into, aren't they? So hopefully they can sort that out. But that was actually because Wickham are actually pretty good at home.
They're doing well this season. They're in the playoffs at the moment. That was fourth and fifth playing each other. So
they're actually they're like Oxford though. Oxford are very strong at home.
Yeah.
And so are Wickham, but that was quite a. I knew that would be because I had Wickham in my accumulator. They were the team that let me down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was like otherwise I would have won 500 quid.
Oh wow, that would have been a nice
it would have been
early birthday present.
It would have been, but unfortunately they let me down.
No. But yeah, that covers most of League One, I think.
Yeah, let's get League Two results up then.
Yeah.
So,
Stevenage, obviously we touched on 5 unbeaten, another win. So going into that game against Tranmere, it's going to be a hard game as we said, but a bit of confidence, which might work in Stevenage's favour if they can catch Tranmere early.
Yep. Bristol Rovers beating Walsall 1-0.
Yep.
Walsall were in a bit of rubbish form at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sutton United, who probably surprised everyone this season so far.
Yeah, they're a good side as well. They got a good result away at Carlisle, wasn't it? They won 2-0. And, I watched Sutton when they come down here a few weeks ago, and we were 2-0 and I think 3-1 up, and it was 3-3. In the last minute, they got an equaliser. And it was just one of those games that frustrated you as a football fan when it's like 98, 99 minutes and they get an equaliser.
Yeah, that was they saying on the radio though that was a good game up Stevenage.
No, it was. Yeah, it was.
They're saying it was really good, like entertaining, sort of end-to-end game.
Yeah, it was, and there was lots of good, good goals, and actually drama in terms of, the Stevenage's third goal was a mess up by their defender who took a quick free kick and just passed it straight to Jamie Moody, put it in the goal, and then when they equalised, there was a fan that ran on the pitch and got obviously done for that as well at the end.
Yeah.
So
Mansfield winning 2-0. They've hit really good form.
They're hitting proper really good form at a really good time. And actually, it was this game against Stevenage where I think Stevenage were beaten 2-1. Was it 2-1?
Yeah.
And it was like Jamie Reid hit the post twice. And if those go in, it's a different game. And then it could be Stevenage right up there in the playoffs. It's literally that close to being, Stevenage on that rather than Mansfield. But they've started off really well for this window. Obviously, they signed Lucas Akins as well, next Stevenage player. Yeah.
Colchester, Swindon 1-1. Swindon playoffs. Newport, Barrow. Newport are in good form as well.
Yeah.
Another draw for Oldham. I think Oldham are going down now, aren't they?
I think Oldham and Scunthorpe are both pretty much done. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Oldham are. I think Scunthorpe have got a game in hand, but I don't think it would matter.
No.
Exeter 0, Hartlepool 0. Hartlepool have dropped form.
They have, yeah.
Port Vale, beating Scunthorpe 1-0. Crawley winning at Bradford. Yeah. Obviously,
that's a good win for Crawley at Bradford. Yeah. And, even anyone that goes to Bradford and you're playing against that support and that that crowd when it's it comes in its numbers.
Yeah, I mean, they're still getting like thousands at home every week, aren't they? They're sort of selling out, really.
Yeah.
And then no surprise. I know Tranmere are second, but Forest Green are on fire at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Them beating them 4-0 away from home. That was
it was nearly 5 as well. It was a very weak penalty. If a bit of power on that, and it should have been 5, but
I mean, looking at the table now, I think Forest Green have won it now, haven't they? I mean, they got a game in hand.
Any team that's got 2 clinical strikers that are in form and keeping away from injury, like Jamil Matt and Matt Stevens have got every chance of doing well in the league, and that's what Forest Green have proved.
I mean, you got Forest Green like 8 points clear with a game in hand. Tremere second, Newport third.
Yeah.
And in the playoffs, Sutton, Northampton, Mansfield, Swindon. The thing is, like you say, man, if Stevenage put a run together between now and the end of the season.
Well, it's only 4 wins. I think four wins away from the playoffs at the minute. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So anything's possible, man. Anything's possible. But then if you lose 4 or 5, then you're back down the bottom.
Yeah.
It's that tight.
It's 11, I think it's 11 off of the playoffs and 12 off of relegation or something like that. So it's super tight and close. Yeah.
Oh no, correction. It's Oldham. Oldham have got 2 games in hand over us and over Walsall and Carlisle, but they're on 19 points and Carlisle are on 28.
And we're on 31.
We're on 31. Rochdale are on 29. Walsall 29.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for Oldham to catch up now. Scunthorpe, I think, are pretty much gone.
We've got Scunthorpe and Oldham actually still to play as well.
Yeah, but remember, we lost to Carlisle a few weeks ago, and they were.
Yeah, I know. That was a frustrating game to be at as well, I'd say.
Yeah.
And Scunthorpe we drew as well. We should have won that.
Yeah. Right, let's get National League.
Who is top of the National League? I'm not following it as much as I should.
Top of the National League at the moment, Stockport. They've been in my accumulator a lot. And
they've got because they've got lots of money. They're just chucking money left, right, and centre.
Yeah, I mean Chesterfield have got a game in hand over them. Yeah. Chesterfield, Halifax, Bromley are all on 50. They're on 51.
Bromley, Stockport are in form. Bromley are in form as well. Solihull Moors are in form.
Wrexham are in form.
Yeah.
Boreham Wood. I mean,
Southend are in form actually, and they've got that at the right time to lift them away from the drop as well.
Yeah. And then obviously near the bottom, Dover. I mean, they were already down at the start of the season with their 12-point deduction.
Yeah.
Kingsley and Weymouth. I mean, some good teams could come up to League Two.
Yeah, Notts County in and around there, Dagenham.
Yeah.
Grimsby aren't too far away. Yeah.
I mean, there weren't many shock results in the National League. Like, Chesterfield won, as you expect. Boreham Wood won. Halifax won. Bromley won. Stockport smashed Barnet 5-0.
Yeah.
I'll say probably the shock result will be Wrexham Maidenhead 1-1.
Yeah, you would have thought that maybe they would have got a win. That
I mean, Maidenhead are near the bottom.
So that's true.
Probably say that was the shock result on that.
Yeah.
Again, National League North, there weren't.
What about Notts County? Notts County, they lost to Bromley, and that's obviously that was a bit of if Notts County had won that, it might have been a bit closer for them to look at maybe catching teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say that was a shock result.
No.
Bromley are good at home.
They're doing well. Yeah, they're four wins on the bounce. So
they're doing very well. I mean, National League North, you got trying to get the league table up now. Hang on a minute, National League North league table.
And I look at any transfers as well.
No.
If anything's come in, they said about Barcelona.
Yeah, again, so you got Gateshead at the top, which expected. Brackley Town second, Kidderminster third, Chorley, Clyde, Southport a bit form because I've had them in my accumulator as well.
Okay, all right.
And at the bottom, Gloucester, Telford, and Farsley. There weren't really many shock results in the north this weekend.
No. I'm just looking at some of these transfers as well a minute. Obviously, Dennis Zakaria has gone to Juventus from Borussia Mönchengladbach. That's quite a good signing for Juventus, actually, in terms of defensive midfielder. He's pretty good. Obviously, Newcastle, we touched on earlier, have done loads of business. They obviously signed Matt Target on loan, and they've also signed obviously Chris Wood earlier in the window, and that Bruno that you were talking about, Bruno Guimaraes as well. And they're looking at, I think, also signing 1 or 2 more before the end of the window closes.
What I want to know is, where are Barcelona getting all this money from? I thought they were broke.
Well, what I've heard, I don't know, don't quote me on this, like how true this is, but I've heard that Aubameyang is going to play for Barcelona for next to nothing.
Fair enough.
So just to get games. Yeah.
Just looking at National League South now.
Yeah.
So you got Dorking Wanderers. They have pretty much surprised everyone. I mean, it was only a couple of months ago they were sitting in the playoffs, and now they're top of. They've just gone on a massive run, and they're top of the league now.
Yeah, they're doing well. Yeah.
Then you got Maidstone United. That's what I said to be on Football Manager for the
that's
Maidstone. I said to you when we was doing that.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, you got Maidstone, Oxford City, Ebbsfleet, Dartford,
mm-hmm.
and then sort of Chippenham, Hungerford, Dulwich Hamlet. They've dropped form a bit lately.
They were doing well before.
Yeah. They've dropped a bit of form. Just looking at them now, they haven't. Yeah, I mean they smashed Concord 4-1 on 22nd, but they're a bit hit and miss at the moment. Because again, I had them in my accumulator. They were winning every week, and then now they've just dropped. So there weren't many shock results in the National League South as well. But just looking, obviously, no game for Arsenal this weekend because it's FA Cup and we're out of that.
Yeah. I'm just seeing here now, I've just come through 2 minutes ago, or 3 minutes ago, in regards to Aubameyang. They're saying Aubameyang not scoring goals, setting a poor example and on a huge salary. Great move by Arteta to get rid of him, free up the salary from Dan. And then this guy Nudzi, or this person Nudzi, says Alba going to Barcelona on a free. I heard it was a loan, so if it's a free, then maybe that's quite an interesting one. I heard it was only a loan.
If it's a free, then yeah. I mean,
I heard it was only a 6-month loan till the end of the season with
no obligation to buy. I heard it was a loan until the end of the season with no option to buy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard as well.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
But obviously, with how many hours left? 2, 3?
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, anything can change, can't it, on the deal?
Yeah.
Just going for the FA Cup this weekend.
Some good ties in there. Obviously, that's Nottingham Forest. Yeah. Leicester's a good tie. Obviously, we should be us against Leicester, but it should be a good game, that one, really.
Yeah, we didn't deserve to go through.
No.
We played so poor that night.
And then obviously there's Kidderminster West Ham. It's a good tie for Kidderminster.
Yeah. Plymouth Chelsea. Good tie for Plymouth.
Yeah.
Fulham Man City. Peterborough home to QPR.
Yeah, that's winnable for any of those two teams to get through in that one. Middlesbrough going to Man United as well. Be a good opportunity for Middlesbrough because Man United are a little bit hit and miss this season.
Yeah. Palace Hartlepool. Good tie for Hartlepool.
Yeah.
Cardiff Liverpool. Should be an easy win for Liverpool. Tottenham Brighton. Cambridge Luton. That'd be an interesting one.
Cambridge Luton would be a very tasty game. Yeah.
And a good tie for Boreham Wood away at Bournemouth.
Yeah, who's obviously doing all right in the Championship, aren't they? Yeah.
Do you want to do score predictions?
Can do.
All right, Friday night, Man United versus Middlesbrough.
I'm going to go Man U 2-0.
United.
Fair enough.
Are we writing these down so we can keep it?
Oh, I can do. 2 seconds. 1 second. I'm right at the back of my little.
All right.
The back of that. One sec. Right at the back of this. So if I just put. Hold on. So if I put it in there. This pen's a bit dodgy, but it will do. So what do we say? Man U 2-0 win. And you said Man U
3-1.
3-1, yeah.
All right. Kidderminster West Ham.
I'm going to go 4-2
West Ham.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You reckon Kimmich will get 2 goals?
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon they will.
I'm going to go 4 as well. I'm going to go 4-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chelsea Plymouth. I'm going to go 5-1 Chelsea.
That's an interesting one.
Standard.
You said 5-1. I'm going to go. See, they lost to Bradford, didn't they, a few years ago?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Right.
I'll go 3-1 Chelsea.
Okay.
Yeah.
City versus Fulham.
Fulham are scoring goals for fun in the Championship.
They are, but it's at the Etihad.
I think they'll score though.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a close game.
I'm going Man City to win, but I'm going close. 3-2.
Yeah, see, I was going to call that as well.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we both called 3-2.
All right, fine.
On that one. All right,
Yeah,
Peterborough versus QPR. I'm going to go 3-0 QPR.
Let me just put that. So would you say 3-0 QPR?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-0 QPR.
Okay.
Ilias Chair's going to score one of the goals. If he's back from AFCON, I don't know if he is.
Wolves versus Norwich.
Wolves win 1-0.
I'll go 2-0.
All right. Hold on. 2-0. Yeah.
Huddersfield versus Barnsley.
Championship, Yorkshire Derby.
I'm going to go 2-1 Huddersfield.
You going what? Huddersfield?
2-1.
Okay. I'm going to go 1-0.
Remember, it's extra time penalties. There's no replays.
I'm going to go 1-0, and I'm going to go Huddersfield on pens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everton versus Brentford.
Oh,
Seth Goodison.
Everton.
I'm going to go 3-1 Brentford.
Would you say 3-1 Brentford?
3-1 Brentford.
What, even though it's at Everton?
Yep. Everton ain't that great at the moment, are they?
I'm going to go Everton to win 2-1. Any more?
Stoke versus Wigan. Now, this is an interesting one because Wigan are flying high in League One.
And Stoke are obviously
Stoke are just hit and miss in the Championship.
Yeah. There's going to be an upset. There's going to be an upset somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Wigan to win this.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to go 1-0 Wigan.
2-1.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I reckon I'm going to go for an upset here as well. Southampton versus Coventry.
What, you reckon Coventry going to win?
1-0.
Okay. I don't think they'll win. I'm going to go just a narrow 2-1 win to Southampton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Palace versus Hartlepool.
Oh, this is going to be so harsh on Hartlepool, but I reckon they're going to get battered.
Yeah, I do as well. I'm going to go 4-0 Palace.
Right, I was going to go.
Saha took it back from the AFCON as well.
Yeah, I was going to go 5 to be fair, so I'll stick with that.
All right, down to the last few. Cambridge versus Luton. It's at Cambridge, Abbey Stadium.
See, we beat Luton on penalties, didn't we?
Yeah.
Cambridge they knocked out Newcastle last round, remember? Away
yeah, they're gonna be pumped as well. After that, especially being at home as well. The atmosphere will be good there. I'm gonna go for this one.
I was looking at maybe seeing if I could go to this game because, how good would that be for an atmosphere?
Yeah. I'm gonna go extra time penalties.
Yeah.
But I want to go Luton to win.
What, on pen?
As much as it pains me as a Stevenage fan.
Luton on penalties.
Yeah. I just got a feeling they'll edge it.
Right, this is going to pens then. I'm going to go the same, but I'm going Cambridge to win on pens.
Okay. Yeah, as much as that pains me as a Steelers fan.
To be fair, it pains me either way, whoever wins. But
Well, yeah, that's true. Pains us all. I don't really care, to be honest. But score predictions, we got to do it.
Yeah.
Like, again, don't really care, but Tottenham versus Brighton. Now, I'm going for the upset here. I'm going 2-1 Brighton.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully, they'll smash them.
Brighton 2-1, you said. 15-0 to Brighton. No, I'm joking, obviously. Imagine if it was as well. Like a big, massive score. I'm going to go... I don't know. See, Brighton, I think Spurs, they're at home. Spurs, I don't want to do this, but I reckon they'll win 3-1.
I'm just, heart, I just want Brighton to win. Being an Arsenal fan, I want Brighton to win.
So do I, but realistically, I think Spurs at home would be too strong. Yeah.
Liverpool versus Cardiff, 6-0 Liverpool.
Jeez, really?
I ain't joking either, 6-0 Liverpool.
Liverpool to win 6. Well, even though like Salah and that won't be there.
Yeah, because Cardiff are just, I know they got a result of the weekend, but they're not looking good. And they're going up against Liverpool. New signing for Liverpool in Diaz, I think.
Yeah, all right. I've got Liverpool to win as well, but I've gone 4-1. I reckon Cardiff will nick one.
Okay, last two. Forest versus Leicester. So Forest as well.
Going to be a very good game. If they're up for it, how they were against us, they've got a chance. But obviously Leicester, holders of the competition as well, won't want to go out. Close game.
I'm going to go
Leicester to win 2-1.
All right, I'm going to go 2-2 extra time penalties, Leicester.
Okay, so you said 2-2.
Yeah.
I've not written all these scores down. I've written just whoever wins on pens or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who did you say to win on penalties? Leicester.
Leicester, yeah.
All right.
And then the last one, Bournemouth versus Boreham Wood. Do you think this could be the upset? Because they're the only National League team left in the cup.
Nah, I don't think so. As much as I'd love Tyrone Marsh to score and Boreham Wood to win, no.
Yeah, they're. Oh no, Kidderminster are the lowest ranked team left.
Yeah. I don't want them to win because obviously the FA Trophy final. I know we beat them in the end, but
yeah. So and we won the league at their ground as well.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Could you please mention that a second time?
And we won the league at their ground. Let's not forget that.
Joe Byram and who scored the other goal? Was it Charlie Griffin?
Possibly.
Yeah, I'll have to double check.
That was I remember that day. So I remember all of us lot running on the pitch after.
It was. I was there as well. And I remember. Do you remember when we got to the FA Trophy as well? We battered them 5-1, didn't we? And then we drew 0-0 at their ground afterwards.
Yeah. So, Bournemouth versus Boreham Wood. Bournemouth 3-1.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't spell today. It doesn't matter, though. You said 3-1. 2. There. Do I say that Boreham Wood are going to get themselves at least an extra time?
They're actually a good team, but
they are.
I just think Bournemouth are just at Bournemouth. If it's at Boreham Wood, the fans behind them.
It's a shame. It's like no extra time. It's a shame it's extra time penalties and not a replay.
Yeah.
Boreham Wood. What have we got? We've got favourite to win, probably favourite. More than likely favourite. I think they're... Who are Wigan playing?
No one. They're in the league. Oh, no, they might be playing Sunday, actually. Hang on.
Yeah, I think you said Wigan. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we haven't even done Sunday's games yet, have we?
No, we have. I think we have. Wigan was on the Sunday, I think.
Oh, yeah. No, Wycombe ain't in the FA Cup, are they?
No, Wigan.
Oh, Wigan have got Stoke away.
Oh, so they're not a favourite.
That's the one I said might be the upset.
Yeah, they're not a favourite. Yeah. Southampton will be a favourite. Palace will. Luton will be.
Liverpool.
Spurs Leicester. Will be. Liverpool. Leicester. So we've had like one that's not a favourite.
Yeah, which is the upset that we said we think Wigan might cause an upset.
Screw it. 1-0 Boreham Wood.
Fair enough. Yeah. But, speaking of the AFCON, have you been watching any of the AFCON?
Not really, no. No.
Yeah, I watched. I just wanted to say on that, like, obviously, horrible about the Cameroon, all the fans getting crushed.
When by the stadium, I did read about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I did read about it. Obviously, 8 lost their lives and loads more injured. So that was obviously sad to read. But yeah, I mean, semi-final Cameroon versus Egypt. That should be quite tasty.
Yeah,
that should be.
How many games is it? Semi-finals. There's 2. Let's just predict them as well.
Okay, well, you got Senegal versus Burkina Faso, if I pronounce that right.
Senegal 2-0.
Yeah, I'd say Senegal. Yeah.
What same score?
I don't know. There could be an upset in this because they beat Tunisia in the last round.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
and they had 10 men as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go for them. I'm going to go for them to win 1-0 again.
What, against Senegal?
Against Senegal, yeah. Burkina Faso. I think I pronounced that right.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. All good enough.
Apologies if I haven't. And then Cameroon versus Egypt. Now, Cameroon are the hosts. Who won the AFCON last time? Did Egypt win it last time?
Can't remember. I reckon Egypt will win. I reckon Mo Salah will score a couple.
Yeah. What was there like? Yeah. See, they beat Morocco in the last round as well. Morocco are a very good team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 Egypt.
Exactly the same as what I've done as well.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, and obviously, just away from AFCON as well, just before we'll probably wrap it up in a minute. We're almost 5 minutes away from an hour. But the game with Alisson getting himself 2 red cards the other day.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Did you see the game or not? Did you see the actual incident?
No, what game was that?
It was in they were playing Ecuador, I believe, in the American World Cup qualifiers.
No, I didn't see it. I heard about it, but I didn't see the incident. I need to watch it.
So he was sent off, and then it was rescinded and overturned to a yellow. And then the last kick of the game, Ecuador were given a penalty. Was it Ecuador? I have to double check. I think it's Ecuador. We're given a penalty, and he was basically he looked like he chokeslammed the player to the floor. And then they went to VAR, and VAR said no penalty and no red card, and he got away with it a second time, and it ended up 1-1. Yeah.
Oh dear. It weren't as crazy as the AFCON referee. Did you see about that?
No.
A couple of weeks ago, when he blew the whistle full time on the 85th minute.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, and then all the managers and that were doing, they're not saying, what are you doing? There's still 5 minutes left. Then at the 90, when they put up on the board how many minutes there were, he blew up again.
Oh, so he blew up twice. Wow.
He blew up twice, and then they said, no, there's still another 5 minutes to go. It's injury time. I'll tell you what.
We should have hired him at Stevenage when we played Sutton a few weeks ago. He could have played up. That would have been nice.
But, they... what was I going to say? The surprise.
In other news, I know it's random and nothing to do with the transfer deadline, but it's currently Charlton winning 1-0 away at Portsmouth.
Fair enough. That's a good result if they get out of Portsmouth as well.
Yeah.
What was I going to say before we wrapped it up?
Oh, Adama Traore is confirmed at Barcelona as well.
No, I can't remember what I was going to say now. I've sidetracked.
Don't know. What was you going to say? Something about AFCON, something about, I don't know, what we're we talking about.
That's it. Canada. They're surprising at the moment.
Yeah.
They beat America last night, 2-0. So be weird, Canada in the World Cup.
Yeah.
They'll be like the new boys of the World Cup. I can't remember the last time Canada were in the World Cup.
No, I don't remember either. But I remember, who was it? It was in the World Cup a few years ago. It was like a really random. Was it like Panama or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, over them in England's group. And England beat them like 6-0 or something.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we'll be back on next Monday.
Yeah.
And then we'll go through our predictions, see who's got what.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'll make it interesting. Whoever wins, the loser might have to do a dare.
Okay. I'm with you on that. Yeah, cool. All right.
The dare could be to wear a Spurs shirt for the day. No, we won't go that far.
I don't know, because I depends. I'm not going to wear it to work, so no.
No, we won't go that far. No, we'll think of something.
There you go. When's your next Stevenage game that you're going to?
Bristol Rovers on the 19th.
Right, Bristol Rovers. The loser has to go wearing a Luton shirt, which will be brought by the other person.
We are not doing any dares now because this is going to get stupid. I'm not wearing a Luton shirt. I'll rather go without a shirt.
Fine, the loser has to go without wearing a shirt then. In the middle of
Catch-Pneumonia in the freezing
middle of winter. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Okay, fair.
No, I don't know. Maybe
we'll work something out. We'll talk about it. We'll work something out.
Maybe the loser has to buy the other person a drink. Sportsman.
Yeah, we'll work something out. Yeah, we'll work something out.
All right, guys. All right, well, hope you enjoyed that show, first one. So hopefully we might have some guests on us soon as well.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see what we can do in regards to getting other people involved as well.
Yeah.
I'll share this out on my page as well and everything alongside that. Because it's only gone out on your YouTube at the minute. We've only had one comment in who I don't know who they are or what they even said. It doesn't even really look like it makes any sense. So it looks like it's foreign.
The only comment I can see.
Yeah, it looks foreign or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, I ain't even going to try and pronounce that.
But anyway, I think it's just a spam person who's just whatever spam bot thing. But we'll work something out in regards to that. And we will try and get some guests on as well at some point. And all right, I'm going to go and shoot over because I'm going to another podcast now as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be done probably till 11 o'clock. Let's see if we can surprise some people. It says Aubameyang is 90% done. I think 15 million.
Everton signed Donny van der Beek. So, that's not many things have been coming up now. So,
no, I think they said 15 million off the wage bill for Arsenal if Aubameyang goes, and it says there's no replacement lined up, which is just ridiculous, really, and farcical to say the least.
I'd rather us just go and get Ruben Navas.
Yeah, but then he's not a striker and he won't score you loads of goals.
No, he won't, but at least it's a start.
Yeah, but then, we'll see.
Okay, guys.
Hopefully there's something that happens in the next 2.5 hours or so, but probably not. No, don't count your chickens, Arsenal fans. Really don't.
No, really don't. Really don't. Don't get your hopes up. We're going to sign anyone. As I said, we got more chance of signing the Tottenham mascot than we have anyone.
What I did see, which I will end on this as well. Apparently, Tottenham come out and they said they were looking at signing a third player before the end of the deadline. Alexander Isak has been linked with Arsenal. Obviously, he's in London. Imagine if like 5 minutes to go, he signs for Spurs. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me. And if he does, then I'm just gonna. I don't know, man.
If he does, then the club might as well fold or at least move itself to White Hart Lane and play there.
If he goes to Tottenham, when we've been linked with him as well with deadline all January,
exactly.
Then Edu just needs to go. He needs to leave.
Yeah, and he could take everybody else with him, including Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, I mean, even if Arteta stays, I mean, get another director in, Mark Overmars.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. But obviously, Arsenal got no strikers apart from Lacazette and Nketiah, who are both out of contract in the summer. So they've surely got to do something in the next 2.5 hours. But it's Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, guys. So we'll be back on next week and then talking about the FA Cup games and everything, and then talking about Stevenage game as well, reviewing that. And
2 games against Tranmere and Crawley by then.
Yep. So we'll be talking about them. Hopefully we'll have good results. And if
and
you like,
maybe a guest. We'll see if we can get somebody on for next week as well.
Hopefully. And then so this will be going straight onto my YouTube channel. which is Wayne Schumann. So yeah, if you like it, then hit the like, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Cheers, mate.
All right, cheers, mate. See you then.
Nice one.
Bye.
Cheers, everyone. Bye now.
Bye.